Num 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 death. Is that the fucking end? What? What the fuck just happened? Dude, that went so off the rails. I want to know if my choices caused that, because most of the choices I made did nothing. And then all of a sudden, okay, just don't remove the cloth. Laugh at me all you want, but I was too scared to remove the cloth. I could feel an eerie aura. If I removed it, something terrible would have definitely happened. After that, I tried not to think about the mirror. However, the more I tried not to think about it, the stronger my desire to look into it became. I couldn't stop thinking about it. It consumed every waking hour of my life. In the end, I decided to sneak into the warehouse again. However, it wasn't there anymore. There was only a stain left where it had been. An ominous stain that looked like a face. I wondered what had happened to it, so I asked my father. He told me that someone had asked to have it. I couldn't believe it. It was entrusted to us, but he just gave it to someone who wanted it? Perhaps my father noticed that I was obsessed with the mirror, so he quickly got rid of it. I wasn't disappointed that the mirror was no longer there. Instead, I breathed a sigh of relief. If the mirror had been in the warehouse, I would definitely have looked into it. Anyway, with the mirror gone, my obsession with it vanished. Like snow on a sunny day, my life went back to normal. However, before long, something happened. I heard a rumor about that mirror. It was a horrific story. After my father gave it away, the mirror was owned by different people, and eventually ended up in the hands of a certain woman. The woman had heard rumors about the mirror and wanted to contact her dead mother with it. However, by the time she purchased it, the mirror had become very expensive. The rumors about it had turned a once worthless mirror into an expensive artifact. However, the woman was so desperate to see her mother again that she bought it. The television station happened to hear rumors about the mirror and asked the woman for an interview. She would normally have refused, but having paid so much for the mirror, she needed the money, so she agreed to the interview, under the condition that she'd be paid for it. Did the mirror really show her deceased mother? It was the first question of the interview. It was also an opportunity for the woman to make up her mind. She'd been too afraid to look in the mirror. What if she wouldn't be able to see her mother? When she finally did look into the mirror, the vague figure of her mother suddenly appeared in the mirror. Mother, it's really you. I wanted to see you so badly. I want to apologize. The entire television crew gasped. The shape of her mother was clearly visible inside the mirror. The woman cried and appeared to be very happy, talking to her deceased mother through the mirror. The crew was skeptical at first, but when they witnessed that, they were flabbergasted and excited at the same time. If they aired the footage, it would become a viral sensation. The video shoot was a great success, and the final shot was of the woman smiling in front of the mirror. The woman was so happy that she saw her mother, and the television crew left overjoyed and with amazing footage. However, the next day the crew heard some horrific news. The woman had committed suicide. Apparently she'd slit her own throat in front of the mirror. The mirror was stained red from all the blood that gushed out of her carotid artery. Why'd she take her own life? It made no sense. She seemed so happy to be able to see her mother in the mirror. Why would she kill herself? The crew members who were there all felt the same way. Did she choose to die because she wanted to join her mother inside the mirror? The television station was in turmoil. Because of her death, the footage couldn't be broadcast. One of the crew members was suspicious of it being a suicide and decided to watch the video footage of the interview. Perhaps the footage could shine a light on her death. In the video, there was something terrifying inside the mirror. The image he saw in the mirror wasn't that of the woman's mother, but of a monster with pale skin, massive black eyes, and a terrifying open mouth. The woman was in tears, but they weren't tears of joy. Her face was contorted by fear, and she was begging the television crew to save her. Help me, please, it's gonna kill me! The monster in the mirror is gonna kill me! It isn't my mother, why aren't you helping? Its pale hands reached out of the mirror and grabbed her wrists with so much force that blood was dripping from them. However, this wasn't at all what the crew thought they saw. The only thing they could see was the woman talking happily to her mother. The crew member who saw the footage was trembling with fear, but could not look away from the footage. As the woman's cries turned to shrieks, he could only keep looking at her in silence. Eventually, her screaming stopped. That was the end of the footage as well. The final shot was of the dead woman with an expression of fear etched onto her face. He immediately called the other crew members and told them everything. It's insane, please come see it for yourself. Hey, hang on, why's the screen moving? Hey, what the heck? Come here right now. My wrist, please save me, hurry! The line went dead. When the crew got there, all they found was an empty screen covered in dripping blood. The crew member who called them had vanished without a trace, and the footage they had filmed was also gone. They later heard that the mirror had also disappeared. Where could that mirror be now? Could it be one of the mirrors inside your house? I only know that I'll be averting my eyes whenever I see a mirror. Anyway, that's my scary story. Now, that was a terrifying story. My trauma level just went through the roof. I'll be okay. I have a classical Japanese mirror at home. I should be fine. Probably. That's totally messed up. What shape was the mirror? What color? Any specific details? Huh? Didn't I tell you? The mirror was covered by a piece of cloth, so I don't know the shape or what shape or color it was. I didn't even know the part about the television crew was true or not. I just heard about it. It could be any kind of mirror. It could have been even a classical Japanese mirror. I hope that the mirrors inside your homes aren't cursed. Please don't torment me. Anyway, that was my scary story. I have to admit, it scared me as well. Ever since I heard it, I've been too afraid to even look in the mirrors. Do you happen to know of a way to deal with such a fear? Seriously? So you're scaring yourself? Why would you do that? Deal with your mirror trauma yourself. I'm starting to regret telling you about it. What should I do? You're scaring yourself. There's no need to traumatize me as well. Don't scare me like that. Hey, I only coughed. No need to overreact. I'm going to take a piss. Time to drain the lizard. Way too much information, Curator. Yeah, some things are better left unsaid, Curator. Look, he's talking. Oh, it's a beautiful night. This feels so good. Perhaps I drank a bit too much beer yesterday. Wonder if there are still some bottles left. What's that? Looks like a mirror is washed onto the beach. Oh no. A mirror, huh? Now that's pure serendipity. It must have come from the nearby town. What should I do with it? If I just leave it there, the girls might realize that there's a town nearby, so I should dispose of it. But if I bring this mirror back to them, they'll probably pee themselves. Seeing their terrified faces would be pretty entertaining. It was floating there in the sea. I don't see any signs of damage, no cracks or stains. Just a regular mirror. Pretty solid. Not that it matters. What should I do with the mirror? Hide it. Destroy. Destroy mirror. I really shouldn't scare them anymore. I should just go back. But I can't just leave this mirror here. I need them to continue to believe this is a desert island in the middle of the ocean. So I have to toss the mirror back into the ocean. I'll throw it as far as I can. I just hope it won't wash back and won't wash ashore anytime soon. Hasta la vista, mirror. Not a bad throw if I say so myself. That might even be a new world record for the furthest discus throw. With a mirror. Huh? Am I imagining things? It sounded like a scream of a demon drowning in the waves. Whatever. Alright, I should get back. I'm back. You sure took your time. That story freaked us out, and the atmosphere became really scary as well. I'm not scared at all. I was just lost in thought. Yes. Nikita, what took you so long? Oh, I was throwing some garbage away, that's all. Garbage? Wasn't a mirror, was it? It was Neneko's turn, wasn't it? Tell us a scary story. Why didn't you answer me? Don't ignore me. Me? Why do I have to tell a scary story? I really don't want to. Hey, don't say that. They say you can't just stop telling scary stories halfway through, otherwise scary things will really happen. It's for our own safety. I really don't want to do this, but have you ever heard about brains and vats? You just brought back some rather nasty memories. Wasn't there a huge brain in the basement on that island? Does it have anything to do with that? No, this has nothing to do with that. Actually, it might have something to do with that, but what if we're actually still on Shironagasu Island with our brains hooked up to a computer, and all of this is just a simulation? That sounds familiar. Oh, there's the brain machine. Yeah, what are you talking about? It's obvious this is a reality. It's not that scary, is it? Kitty, you're really stupid. What? Ah, my head! My head! Why are you calling me stupid? Out with it. On the island, I was hooked up to a computer, and the virtual world was practically indistinguishable from reality. That's why I'm more scared about being in a brain in a vat than the rest of you. You understand, don't you? Oh, that's right. We were in it too. It's true that Neneko was connected to that computer. It's not strange that she's afraid of that. Curator? Are you sure you're sane? In the membrane? Insane in the brain. Is your head empty? And is your brain already floating in a vat? Ah, my head, my head! Why do you have to denigrate me all the time? You're saying as if you don't know what it's like. You were hooked up to it as well. So you also should be afraid of being a brain in a vat. You're right, I'd completely forgotten about that. Did you really forget about that? But your head muscle's bigger than your brain, because you're such a meathead, like a sea urchin. Knock knock, is anyone there? No, looks like nobody's home. Ouch! My head hurts even more. I have such a large brain, you'll damage it irreversibly if you do that. I said knock it off. But even if this world is a simulation, there's no way to prove it, right? In my case, I realized I was in a simulated reality when I fired my gun at the airport because the system didn't know how to process that. Geez, that's a horrible thing to do. The system constructed a virtual world by extracting visual memories from the target brain and emulating it. But if there were any major discrepancies, the system would fail. Even so, you can't make me fire a gun in an airport. It wouldn't make any sense. This whole world has to be real. It's much too large and complex to be a simulation. Besides, you'd be arrested for sure. In any case, if this is the real world, that means you're thinking too much. But human memory and awareness have their own limits. For example, if you have a horrible nightmare but forget about it once you wake up, how would you know that you had it in the first place? Isn't that scary? Not being able to remember that horrible things happen in your dream, as if a part of your memory dies. Is that similar to being put under hypnosis? Like if you have a dreadful experience but after being hypnotized you can't remember it? Is this something you first-hand experience with? It certainly sounds like that to me. But you have a photographic memory. Can you forget things? If such a thing would happen to you, wouldn't that be rather unusual? Nothing to worry about, right? That's easy for you to say. I can usually remember everything, so if I can't remember something, it's really terrifying. I guess we all have our own problems. What is with this place? What was that? Did something just happen? What are you talking about, Neneko? Alright, it's your turn. What, my turn? What are you talking about? It's your turn to tell a scary story, right? Don't tell me you have cold feet. What are you talking about? There was a gust of wind and the fire went out. Suddenly there was a really creepy scream. Huh? That didn't happen at all. It was wind still this entire time, and I don't think I've heard any strange voices. My memory's different from those of everybody else's? Akita and Alex, what were your scary stories about? Don't you remember? I told a story about zombies crawling out of their graves. And I told a story about the boogeyman. Those both sound like generic creepypasta scary stories, and you didn't tell those. What's wrong with you all? Is everything alright? You're the one who's acting strangely. Why'd you suddenly start freaking out? You were okay until just a minute ago. Sheesh. Ikeda, don't you remember? Ikeda and Alex both told different stories. When it was my turn to tell a scary story, something strange happened. Something strange? Yes, I remember. And now they're acting all fucking weird. Yes, I agree. I think I remember it. Like you said, something feels off. Akira told a story about zombies and Alex told a story about the boogeyman. However, I can't remember what their stories were about. Did they really tell those stories? See, Ikeda agrees with me. I'm sure that something strange is happening. Because Akida's story is about a toilet trauma and Alex is about the strange mirror. Wait, what? How do you know about my toilet trauma? Who told you? Did I really tell you about that? It's quite a traumatizing story though. That's because you both told those stories. Akita even pushed me down into the toilet hole while she was screaming for her mother. It could have traumatized me. Huh. What? Why'd you do that? Did someone press your replay button? Cut it out. That was divine retribution for being so high and mighty. But if what Neneko was saying is true, then this is very strange indeed. Why don't we remember telling those stories? Something out of the ordinary appears to be happening. Everyone's memories appears to have been wiped, except for mine, because I have photographic memory. This is so scary. I'm really scared. Neneko, from what you've told us, I still can't piece everything together. Could you go over everything that's happened step by step? Akita first woke me up and forced me to go to the toilet with her, and then... Oh, not again. No way, did it happen again? What are you talking about, Neneko? Alright, it's your turn. Are we in a time loop? No, this feels more like everyone's memories being reset. The intensity of the campfire hasn't changed, which means that time is progressing normally. What are you going on about? Are you alright? Am I alright? You're the one who isn't alright. You stupid girl. Why don't you remember what we've been doing? You... Ouch, enough already. I knew this was going to happen. Anyway, we don't have time for this. I have to stop this loop, but I have no idea what's happening. I can't do anything about it. I'm all out of ideas. Hey, what's gotten into you? Ikeda, is she okay? Why did this happen all of a sudden? I'm really worried about her sanity. Neneko, can you explain what's going on? There's no use in explaining. All of your memories will be reset and we'll go through all of this again. Seriously. We're doing the Groundhog Day right now. What is going on here? Could it be that my brain is really floating in a vat right now? I'm so scared. Somebody help me. What were we doing again? Oh yes, we were telling each other scary stories. Alright, it was Neneko's turn, wasn't it? Sorry, I'm a little bit dizzy. What kind of stories did you say? Scary stories, I just told you. We're in loop 468 already. I've already given up. But everyone's becoming tired. Is this reality or not? Doesn't matter anymore. Neneko, what do you mean? Is something happening? Yeah, you've asked me that same question 255 times already. I have zero expectations right now. Next you'll say, hey, explain it to me thoroughly. Hey, explain it to me thoroughly. Huh? How'd you know I was going to say that? There's no point in explaining it again because you're going to forget it anyway. However, I'm so tired that I'm about to faint, so I'll tell it to you one more time. I don't know if a ghost, a monster, or an alien is at work here, but we're in a time loop. And we're having the same conversation over and over again. I don't know why, but this will probably continue until we all die. Even if we die, you'll probably repeat the same conversation by yourself until you drop dead as well. Why is this happening? Because I was talking about brains and vats? Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned something that's scary in the first place. A time loop? That's really strange. If what you're telling me is true, then we have to do something about it right away. Reset. Just go to sleep, Nanako. What are we doing again? Oh yes, we're telling each other scary stories. Alright, it was Nanako's turn, wasn't it? So I'm a little bit dizzy. What kind of stories did you say? Scary stories, I told you that. And that makes 469th time. Hey, I'll tell you a very scary story. So scary you can never wake up again. Have you ever heard about brains and vats? Is that an ending? Jesus Christ. I guess I made a bad decision. Alright, let's jump back in. Man, we're gonna have to wrap this up. I thought this was gonna be one episode to get through this. I thought this was gonna be one episode. And now we're like going on 2 hours, and I'm gonna have to cut this up into half-hour chunks. So, I'm getting pretty tired actually. I haven't taken a break in 2 hours, and I've run out of coffee, and my mouth's getting very dry. I don't remember it. I don't remember. It's just like Akita was saying. This is no good. Even Akita has been affected. I can't trust anyone anymore. Stay away from me. Don't come any nearer. What's up with you? Have you really lost your marbles, Nanako? It's very un-Nanako-like for her to run into the woods like that. Could she know something that we're not aware of? Did she say that we all told different stories? The wind started to blow and there was an eerie scream. That's not what I remember. Didn't we tell stories about zombies and what was it again? The boogeyman? That's right, huh? Did we really tell those stories? I'm trying to recall you girls telling those two stories. I'm sorry, but I don't remember you telling them. This is strange. Why is this happening? Alex, try to tell us the story Akita told us about. Akita's story. So this boy and girl had to walk because their car broke down. The boy told the girl that he loved her. The moon came out and the boy turned into a werewolf. But it really happened in the movie that you were watching. That we were watching. After they left the cinema, the boy started singing and dancing. Something like that, right? What? That's not what I told you at all. There weren't any zombies in my story. Yes, there were. Zombies then crawled from their graves and they started singing and dancing. That's what you told us. Wasn't that the music video of that famous singer? I told you something totally different. So what does this mean? That Alex is a total derp? Or that what Nanako told us is true? What Nanako told us is difficult to believe, but she was probably telling the truth. Alright, I'll look for her right now. We'll figure out what's happening and put a stop to it after that. I'm freaking out all of a sudden. If our memories are really being rewritten, then who is doing it and why? I have to find Nanako right away. My intuition is telling me that we're in a pretty bad situation. Reset. Is this gonna go the same again? What? Why am I here? Didn't I leave this place and run into the forest? Let me think. After that, stop saying crazy things, Nanako. It's your turn next. This is another time loop. What should I do if this keeps happening? Is there a way out of this? Itchy. Why does my belly feel itchy? Hey, what's going on with you? Are you okay? There might be something on my belly. Is it a time loop bug? Run. Alien. Next. Boat? Run to next. Alien next to boat? That? What the? Why are you taking your clothes off? And what's that? There's something written on your belly. What's wrong with you, you pervert? Weirdo? Exhibitionist? It's fucking ironic coming from you. Honestly, I don't know what to say right now. No, this is not what it looks like. There's something very strange going on. Our memories are being altered and our actions are being looped. What's it say on my belly? Run aliens? Next to boat? I have a really bad feeling about this. What could this mean? Seriously, my head is spinning. Would you mind covering up? If you want to expose yourself to others, maybe you should wait until we're off the island. Why are you doing that? Does it excite you? They're far too gone. There's nothing I can do for them. Ikeda, please tell me you realize something strange is happening. What? What are you going to do to me? Please don't force yourself on me. Please be gentle. Shh, quiet. You're totally misreading me like usual. Listen, you told us that something strange is happening. Certain things have felt strange to me as well. My own memory feels really vague. At first I thought you were acting like some kind of pervert. But you couldn't have written anything on your belly while we were sitting there. I think you made the right decision. No matter what happens next, promise me you won't shout out, okay? Turn around and look at the campfire. It's a fucking alien. You idiot, didn't I tell you not to shout? Keep your voice down. What is that thing? The writing on your belly mentioned aliens, so I guess that means that it's really an alien? What the hell is it doing? Looks like it's pointing some device at Akira and Alex. It emits a light that shines onto the girls. The device is probably altering their memories. That's why we've been wiping their mind. Oh my god. You're from the Men in Black. Actually, I think there was one of those devices near the campfire that activated from time to time. I wasn't completely sure until I saw this, so aliens are real? It looks so eerie. Will aliens look like that? I've never seen an alien before, so who knows? Look like some kind of weird shrimp. Like Anamelocaris. Yuck. What could have made them evolve into that shape? Look carefully. There are similar shadowy figures over there. Looks like there are several of them. And they're from the Men in Black, flashing people's memories. Damn, they spotted us. We have to get out of here. Wait, I'm paralyzed by fear. Don't leave me. Wait, you gotta be kidding me. Why are you so high maintenance? Ruthless. We managed to escape to the beach. What are we gonna do now? This is a dead end. The way they moved, I don't think they react to sight or smell. They seem to be able to sense our body heat. It would be bad if that's the case. They'll be able to find us. Jump in the water. I don't know what to do if they catch us. Or maybe they already caught me before. I can't remember. And if that's what really scares me. No time to be scared. Let's hide behind those rocks. If we hide here, they should be able to sense our body heat. I can hear screaming. Be quiet. Looks like we managed to get far enough away from them. But if I were them, I wouldn't have given up so easily. What should we do next? I think they'll use their spaceship to search for us in the sky. I'm assuming they have a spaceship. I don't think they came here by dinghy. That sounds plausible. We should strike them first before they have a chance to do that. We could try attacking them from behind. I don't think these guys came to visit us in peace and with goodwill. It'd be way too dangerous. Don't forget that they're aliens. If they have a memory wiping device, they probably have dangerous weapons as well. Perhaps we need a low-tech solution. Some kind of booby trap. Got any ideas? Well, the text on my belly said aliens. There's something else written. Next to boat. Could that mean there's something hidden here? Next to the boat. Maybe the vomit will kill them. Maybe they don't like vomit and the smell of vomit will kill them. Does that mean there's something hidden around here? I didn't see anything though. No, wait. This island is mainly covered by forest. And there aren't any large clearings. Most of the shoreline's pretty narrow as well. If I had to land a spaceship, then maybe... I grabbed a handful of sand and tossed it into the air. Whoa. That's a real spaceship. Well, we don't know yet if it's a real spaceship, but it sure looks like a spaceship. I see, so this is what the text meant. Maybe you saw the spaceship before your memory was erased, so you wrote a note about it on your belly. You might be right. It really freaks me out that I can't remember that. Well, now that we've discovered their spaceship, time for some mischief. When I'm done with them, all that's left of them will be shrimp salad. Don't tell me you're really going to board it. That's too scary. I don't think you should. It'll be game over if it has an anti-intruder system. We can't just stand here and do nothing either. Now's the time to take action. This is a new level of scary. Why do these crazy things keep happening to me? It must be a super bad luck magnet. What about the townsfolk? What are they thinking about the fucking aliens? Stop your whining, will you? Looks like a ramp in some kind of entrance, and they left it open. It's pretty careless of them. It's not going to be a hot fuzz situation where all the townsfolk are actually aliens. I guess aliens are just as stupid as we are. Come on, let's go inside. Wow, this really looks like a spaceship. Are those the controls in the middle? There's no time to waste. We have to find a structural part that I can sabotage. Netoko, see if you can somehow destroy the ship with the controls. You want me to figure out the ship's controls and then use them to destroy the spaceship with absolutely no knowledge of how it works? That's a tall order. Besides, on a spaceship, the controls are likely all automated, not manual. Even if it's fully automated, there should still be a manual system built in. Even a spaceship might sometimes break down. You can take advantage of that. Like, you've already found some sort of structural part, those ugly, I'll make them pay for what they did to us. I wonder if it connects to the MCP. This is likely an EICAS, so there's like a stick and a thrust lever. Let me see, how can I use it to crash? If I had my personal Wamano with me, and the operating system of the spaceship just happened to be compatible with it, I'd be able to upload a virus. As if sabotaging a spaceship could ever be that easy. Just see what you can do to the controls. This is also pretty complex. I think I should cut some wires. That's the way, cut the brakes. That should do it. I still want to cause a bit more damage though. I know what to do. Ikeda, where are you going? Oh, don't worry, I'll be back in a jiffy. Let's find a good one. You'll do very nicely, my friend. You're coming with me, mister. Ikeda, where'd you go? And what is that thing? Oh, a sea cucumber? Why? Say hello to my little friend. Organic material will mess with precision equipment. This little guy's full of salty water, so sparks should fly if I stick it into the internal parts of the spaceship. I hate to be the maintenance and inspection manager of the spaceship. Oh, I finished as well. Using my knowledge of Boeing, Airbus, various fighter jets and other planes, I managed to turn off all the safety systems. It'll take more work to have it malfunction completely though. Like I said, this isn't easy. Put simply, how can we completely wreck this thing? Well, first we wanted them to take off without realizing we've messed with it. In any Airbus, the autopilot is turned off automatically when manual controls are used. I'm counting on the spaceship working in the same way. So I want the controls to work the wrong way. Making the controls malfunction is going to be difficult. But if I can get it done, this spaceship will probably crash. Either crash or explode. Allowing it to take off is easy enough. So we need to malfunction. I have an idea. What, really? How can we make it malfunction without actually being on board ourselves? Is that even possible? It's pretty easy. I just need to attach this fishing line to the throttle lever and make it go full throttle. They'll probably freak out and try to pull the lever back, right? But it'll go back up, right? So they'll do it again. This way we can have the aliens cause the malfunction themselves. Sounds terrifying, but it might just work. Alright, the throttle lever is now fixed in place. Let's get out of here before they come. Huh? I just heard the scream of an alien. This is bad, they're here. We might have to hide somewhere on the ship. Where should we go? Don't hide in the ship. Jesus Christ, it's gonna crash with us in it. Throw something to distract it. I'll throw something to distract it, then we'll get away quickly. I wonder if that'll work. Wait, come to think of it, it looks like an Anomalocaris shrimp. It might have omnidirectional compound eyes with great dynamic visual acuity. On the other hand, it can't detect slow movements. Oh, and that complicates things. But we don't have any choice. I approach the entrance of the spaceship and throw my pliers as low as I can onto the ground. Done it. It noticed it. Now it's focused on that sound. We have to slip out of the ship. I signaled Nanako, and we slowly crawl down the slope and hide behind a rock. The alien slowly disappears into the spaceship. Are we safe? But I think there are more of them. 2 more aliens follow the first one, and they also disappear into the spaceship. The door of the spaceship then closes. Please crash. We did it, but that was a close call. Nanako, do you think what we did will really destroy the spaceship? As I said earlier, I removed everything that resembled a safety device. They'll soon take off in a spaceship and fly to the sky, right? Because all the safety devices are gone, it'll suddenly launch in full throttle. Normally it won't accelerate that quickly because of the safety devices. The maximum speed of an interstellar spacecraft is probably near the speed of light, which means the ship will suddenly accelerate to that speed. Or if that happens on an atmospheric planet like Earth, there will be frictional heat and shockwaves, and the spaceship will explode. The question is, how do we get them to lift off without them noticing my handiwork? Ikeda, what should we do? If it takes too long, they won't notice what I've done. Don't worry, I've thought that far ahead. We're gonna use this guy. I light a flare that I took from the lifeboat and throw it onto the spaceship. It lands nicely on the roof of the spaceship with my parabolic throw. Reacting to the flare, the spaceship starts to flutter and ascends. It appears they have discovered us, but the spaceship moves very strangely. Looks like the sea cucumber is doing a great job in there. Boom. In a flash, the spaceship flies up and explodes. The sky lights up and it takes several seconds for the sound of the explosion to reach us. The impact of the explosion is so strong that we can hear it all the way down here. Well, it's probably nuclear powered. Looks like it worked. Like messed up fireworks. I feel sorry for that sea cucumber. I'll have some sea cucumber vinegar with my next meal in its memory. I seriously hope this won't turn into a galactic diplomatic incident. What if they were super important aliens? Whatever. They were just using us as guinea pigs and we did something about it. All we did was only in self-defense. They just reaped what they sowed. Anyway, that was a really strange and absurd experience. However, somehow we managed to live through it. Let's get back to Arkita and Alex. I hope they're alright. I hope they didn't kill them. What if they were mutilated like cattle and only their skeletons are left? Don't say things like that. Ah, by the way, when we get back there, we should check for any memory wiping devices first, just to be on the safe side. Looks like they're both alright. Those two. They were both behaving like idiots. So this is probably the memory wiping device. We should get rid of it before it causes any more trouble. I'll throw it away. Wait just a minute. That device might be quite useful for me. I'll take it home with me. Hey, what are you saying? You can't take something home that you don't even know how to use. You'd be asking for trouble. You don't understand, Ikeda. Each day I suffer because I can't forget things. If I can erase the bad memories, I might be able to become happy. I can only imagine you erasing your entire mind by accident or abusing the device for malicious purposes. What are you talking about? That's nonsense. I'll be careful. I'll handle it with care. Please? Give it to me, Curator. Hey, you stupid, stop that. God damn it, we wiped ourselves anyway. Hang on. It feels like something very important just happened. My mind just went blank. Huh? What were you talking about? Anyway, it was Neneko's turn next, right? Me? Haven't I told you my scary story about brains and vats? Brains and vats, huh? Does that have anything to do with... Curator, were you even paying attention? Did you dream while you were taking a nap? Dreaming? Was I dreaming? So I guess Neneko's story is over already? I don't know why, but I'm kind of spacing out. Now that you mention, I'm also unsure if she told it or not. So I guess it's Curator's turn last. Hurry up and tell us a scary story. Alright, I'm gonna have to wrap this one up. I was gonna do it in one go, but it's 2 hours in now, and it's gonna keep going for a while, so... Wrap it up. Maybe I'll do it in another chunk. I'll chop it up into half-hour pieces, so it's digestible, you know. But it's definitely been worth doing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.